Hey, good morning, guys. Thought I'd do a quick video. It's a snowy day here in New England. Having my morning coffee. Thought I'd do a quick video about communicating with China, which seems easy enough, but I made a few mistakes, so I thought I'd share some of them. So for the sake of this, I'm going to use Alibaba. If you're new, stay on Alibaba. I know that there's 1688 and other things that potentially you could save a couple dollars. I don't think it's worth the risk, in my opinion, which more on that later. But anyways, I'm going to use Alibaba. So the first thing I do, if I find a product like, here's one, let's say, we're just going to use this as an example. These are $1 to $7 a piece. This is not always accurate. So this has a 100 minimum order. The $1 a piece is maybe a 30,000 minimum order. It's just hard to say. So I'll click on this, and then there's a couple things you can do here. The easy thing to do is to just click Get Latest Price, and that'll just say your quantity, any details that you have, and then your email. So, I may say, I require 1,000 units with, customized logo, whatever. That one is not bad. They don't respond to this. Like if you did 20 of these, you might get back 5 or 10 in my experience. But there's no real effort involved in that. So that's not a bad way if you're just trying to kind of see where the price generally falls. That's a pretty good way to do it. The other way is to click the Contact Supplier button. Now what this does, this opens up a window in Alibaba and goes through Alibaba messaging. So if I'm doing this, then I put in a fairly detailed. In my experience, the more detailed you can be, the better it's going to work for you. So the less you can leave up to chance, the better. So what I usually do is, the other thing that's key here, so a lot of these people are traders, you have to remember. So all they are is a middleman. They're just brokering a deal. So they have a deal with the factory that makes this product, and that factory probably doesn't speak English. They don't have a dedicated support team, whatever. So they make a deal to buy them for $1 and sell them for $1.50, let's say. Don't get too hung up on that. It doesn't matter. At this stage in the game, don't worry about it. A lot of people get really hung up on trying to negotiate the price. If your margins are good, the price is important, but that's not the most important thing. So in this case, what I would do is a couple things. Before you start doing this, one thing that's good to do is the more professional you can seem and the more experienced you can seem, the more they're going to want to take the time to invest in negotiating with you. So again, these people are traders. So you have to remember there's 10,000 people that have taken a course online and are just asking questions about how much does it cost. So what I try and do, number one, I got a website right out of the gate. I got a website. The Chinese seems to provide some level of comfort to them. It's pretty easy to do. You can do a Wix website. You can do whatever. But now when I inquire, my inquiry goes something like this. And don't quote me. I'm not going to type it all out. But you can tweak this to your own style. So I say, hey, my name is Joe. My company is XYZ. Our website is XYZ and .com. And we sell, whatever kind of products you sell. We're looking to add suppliers. This is a new product for us or a new category. So sometimes you can do that. You don't want to sound like you're brand new to it. But you could be brand new to that category or brand new to that particular product. Then I usually say we sell in retail, online, and through Amazon.com. So that kind of is true. I do sell online outside of Amazon. I do sell in retail, very limited, but I'd like to do more. But anyways, and then I say, hey, our website is X, and whatever. So then, when you get down to the product thing, I usually say something along the lines of, we require all of our products to have our logo, which I have attached for reference, and I usually attach our logo. So if you don't have one, you should. Go on Fiverr, whatever. Go somewhere and have one. The more you can provide, again, if you're on the receiving end of this, and I sound professional, I have a good website that you can go to and verify who I am. I have a good logo that looks professional. It's going to seem to you like if you're sitting on China, you're going to say, wow, this might be worth investing a little bit of time in. So anyways, then when I get down to the product, I say, hey, we're looking for me anyways, quality is super important. Now, it may not be to you, depends on what you're selling, but for me it is. So I always really stress that we're looking for quality suppliers. We only want quality products with premium materials. So that's what I say. And then I go into, I require a test order of generally 300 units is what I usually use, depending. So I'd say I require a test order of 300 units, subsequent orders would be, minimum order quantity of 1,000, let's say. And you could tweak that depending on what it is. If it's a $1 item, maybe your minimum order quantity would be 5,000. I don't know. That'd be up to you. But what you're trying to do there, at least what I am, is say, hey, listen, I just need a test order to make sure that it's going to work, but my orders will be large. Because they don't want to sell you 100 at a time. They want to send you 10,000 or however many they can, obviously. So the idea there is to say, hey, listen, I need a limited quantity in the beginning just to make sure it works, and then my follow-up orders will be larger. So anyways, that's what I do. And then I send it through Alibaba. I try and keep everything on Alibaba. Now, almost every supplier that I've dealt with will try and pull me over to WeChat or Skype or whatever. And I try and keep it all either in one email or all on Alibaba. And I know there's other people that tell you not to do that. I like doing it just because it's easy and clean. And, I've done a lot with eBay. That's probably where I got the idea in my head that it's better to keep everything in one platform. I figured if I have any problem down the line, if all the communication's through Alibaba, it's going to be easy to sort out. So anyways, that's kind of it. I'll give you an example about being specific. When you start the dialogue, you have to be super, super specific. The first product I ordered 1,000 units, and I had gotten a sample, which I approved. The sample had a logo engraved on the item. So, or laser etched, I guess is the term. So, I had agreed to X number of units for X number of dollars, delivered to me, DDP, with logo. That was the way that it was broken out. So they sent me a picture of I was all excited. They sent me a picture of my product that's shipping, and instead of a logo, there's like a crappy sticker, like pasted on it's stuck to the cellophane on the thing. So I said, hey, what is that? That's not what we agreed on. These were supposed to be with logo. And the response was like, well, that is logo. That's with logo. So I had to pay, which, I don't know. Maybe it's worth fighting about. Maybe it's not. I had to pay extra money. I don't remember how much it was exactly to get them all laser etched because I wasn't specific that the logo had to be laser etched. So I don't know if that supplier probably didn't treat me right, but it was brand new and it wasn't that much money. It ended up being like $80 or something. And I figured it was more. I didn't want to get into a war on my first one, so over $80. So I just paid it. But that's just an example of how things can get, weird. I had another one that I shipped to a port, and there was a ton of extra port fees that, I probably wasn't experienced as I should have been, and didn't realize that. So that cost me an extra like $500. So just try and be crystal clear in your communications. I can't stress that enough. So anyways, that's a little bit about communicating with China. Hope it helps you. If you have any questions, comment them below. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.